An accused Capitol rioter has petitioned a court to release him from jail before his trial begins, because he's currently being held pre-trial because they believe that this person could either be dangerous or could be a flight risk. So they're keeping him in jail until his trial. So he's filed a new motion with the court, arguing that he should be released from jail because he was totally justified in storming the Capitol. And the reason he says he was totally justified is because Donald Trump, he says, gave him and everyone else permission to do it. Here's what the filing says. Whatever transpired once they arrived at the Capitol, the protesters were entitled to do as the president directed. Entitled to it. He also added that, quote, government agents may have been involved. Yeah, that is a conspiracy theory that has been debunked hundreds of times over at this point. But they were entitled, he says. We were entitled to storm the Capitol because the then president told us we could do it. He told us to do it. Wow. It's a pretty damning indictment of Donald Trump, right? And I do love, by the way, how a lot of these accused Capitol rioters, we have to say accused because they have not been convicted. These accused Capitol rioters love to throw Donald Trump under the bus, right? Like, oh, it was totally his fault. And look, hey, I'm there with you. I believe you. Totally believe you that Donald Trump did instruct you to do this. Unfortunately for you, you haven't been paying attention to any of the other cases where people have tried to use that argument, because it's literally never worked. Not once, not for any of these Capitol rioters. We have had multiple different judges in their decision say, you know what? Hey, Trump probably did tell you to do this, and he needs to be held accountable, Judge Berman Jackson said recently. But that's a trial for a different day. He's not on trial in my courtroom. You are. You're responsible for your own actions. And that's the important takeaway here. The judge who this filing was sent to is likely to not see any kind of relevance to whether or not this person believes Donald Trump gave them permission to do this. If anything, in my opinion at least, that seems to make that person more dangerous. If you're going to blindly follow the orders of a con man, then no, you shouldn't be released from jail before your trial. You're clearly not all there. You need help. And I hope these people are getting it, by the way. I hope they're going to real, legitimate mental health professionals, because this isn't normal behavior. This isn't acceptable behavior. This is the kind of thing we need to root out, get to the heart of the problem, and fix it for these people so that maybe they can go on to lead normal, productive lives as members of society after they pay their debt to society. But what this also tells us is these people are fragile. Mentally, they are fragile. They're looking for anything. They're looking for some kind of leader. They're looking for some kind of person to be the voice in their head to tell them what is right and what is wrong, to tell them what to do and what not to do. And that's why these weak-minded people flock to Donald Trump. And I'm not saying that as an attack on them. I'm saying that's the kind of personality that Donald Trump attracts. People who don't like to make decisions for themselves. People who sometimes are unable to actually make decisions for themselves. So they look for this demagogue to come out there, tell them what to think, tell them how to feel, tell them what to do. And that's why they're flocking to Donald Trump. And that is why he still retains so much popularity in this country today. Because he tapped into that weakness that so many conservatives seem to be suffering from, used it to his advantage, and now those same followers are the ones paying the price for it.